Welcome to a new episode by Flyboys Aviation. Today's episode is about Ethiopian Airlines. Recently they were in the news because of the tragic crash of one of their new 737 MAX aircraft. However, despite this, they are one of Africa's rare aviation success stories. You see, most airlines in Africa are unprofitable and have been so for most of their existence. South African Airways, for instance, has been hemorrhaging money for years and keeps being bailed out by the South African government. And therein lies the main problem of African airlines. The government runs them. This often means corruption, incompetence and nepotism. Ethiopian Airlines is 100% owned by the government too, and yet they are the exception. They have been profitable for years. See this video to find out why they are so successful. After Ethiopia was freed at the end of World War II, Emperor Haile Selassie wanted to establish an airline. Some say this was an attempt by him to mask the issues in his poverty-stricken country. With the help of TWA, the airline was established and quickly started flying throughout Africa. Later on they added routes to destinations outside of the continent. In the early 60s they entered the jet age with the acquisition of the Boeing 720. In later years they became independent from TWA. Throughout the late 20th century the country of Ethiopia went to great turmoil. But even though a famine in the 1980s killed millions, a communist government preferred Soviet-built aircraft and a brutal Eritrean-Ethiopian war, the airline remained fiercely independent from any government intervention. Reports mention that a top army official was in fact publicly executed because he tried to interfere in the airline. Furthermore, the government forfeits their dividend pay from the airline. It is this lack of government intervention that serves as one of the pillars of the airline's success. No cronies are running this airline, only professionals that know what they are doing. Over the years they have been at the forefront of the African aviation scene, for instance by being the first on the continent to introduce the Boeing 767 and 787. Their independence is further strengthened by having their own flight academy and maintenance services, both of which serve as an added source of income. They have stakes in other African airlines such as ASKI Airlines, Guinea Airlines and Malawian Airlines. With this they are trying to increase their route network within Africa and become even more dominant on the continent. Their route map shows that they now have an extensive network in Africa and beyond. Next to their passenger fleet they also have a large dedicated cargo fleet. Where many airlines around the world have been shrinking their cargo fleets, theirs has expanded significantly. According to the airline, they profit hugely from Addis Ababa being in the middle of the east-west trade lanes. The increasing ties between China and Africa must surely contribute to this. The crash of their 737 MAX was without a doubt a serious blow to the airline. But, looking at their history, they have weathered worse storms than this one. Although the aviation industry is always full of surprises, it seems very unlikely that this airline success story will end anytime soon. Thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. On my channel you will find interesting videos that provide some background to the fascinating world of aviation. See you around.